Credit card rewards don't just give you money back. They quietly change what you buy. Not once, not obviously, but over time, your spending starts following the card. Different stores, different timing, more transactions. And it doesn't feel manipulated, it feels smart. You think rewards give money back on spending you were already going to do. In reality, rewards are designed to change spending behavior first, because changed behavior generates more revenue. Rewards don't just follow spending. Spending starts following rewards. The system does not need to force purchases. It only needs to influence decisions slightly. Category bonuses, threshold rewards, limited time multipliers. Each one nudges behavior, and repeated nudges compound. That changes what the reward system actually is. It is not primarily a savings system. It is an activity expansion system. Because more activity means more transactions, more card usage, more revenue. The rewards are small. The behavioral effect is not. The trigger is simple. You choose a rewards card for everyday spending. Now rewards become part of the purchase decision itself. Groceries, dining, subscriptions, online purchases, they start consolidating onto the card. Not because alternatives stopped working, because this card earns more. That shift is where the system starts reshaping behavior. Behavioral incentives now begin influencing where you spend, when you spend, how often you spend, and which purchases get prioritized. At the same time, higher transaction volume increases issuer revenue and long-term exposure to future balances. The mechanism is behavioral reinforcement through incentives. The system rewards specific actions. Spend in certain categories. Use the card more frequently. Reach spending thresholds. Respond to rotating offers. Each action feels minor on its own, but together they restructure spending patterns. A 3% dining category changes where someone eats. A spending threshold changes when they buy. A rotating multiplier changes which purchases get prioritized. The system is not optimizing savings, it is optimizing usage, because higher spending volume creates more interchange revenue and increases the probability of future balance carry. Step 1. Rewards are introduced. Cashback, points, category bonuses, and limited time multipliers. At first, it feels passive. You are already going to spend the money anyway. Step 2. Spending behavior starts shifting. You choose between two restaurants. One gives 1% back, the other gives 3%. So you pick the one that earns more. That feels rational. But repeat that logic across groceries, travel, subscriptions, and online shopping, and the card starts influencing spending behavior itself. Step 3. The system adds pressure. Spend $500 this month and unlock a bonus. Now purchases start getting timed around reward conditions. You buy something earlier than planned. Add one more item to hit the threshold. Choose a different store to qualify. None of it feels extreme. But together, spending frequency and total volume rise. Step 4. Usage becomes habitual. More purchases move onto the card, and as spending volume expands, the probability of carrying balances expands with it. This is where the system compounds. The shift does not happen through one large mistake. It builds through hundreds of small adjustments. Categories influence preference, thresholds influence timing, rotating offers influence priority, and convenience removes friction. Eventually, the system is no longer influencing isolated purchases. It is influencing purchasing behavior itself. More transactions, more spending volume, more behavioral reinforcement. The reward stays relatively small, but the behavioral shift keeps growing. And that is the real leverage point. You are not maximizing rewards, you are adapting to incentives. At that point, the system no longer depends on rewards feeling valuable. It only depends on behavior staying changed. A user spends extra near the end of the month to unlock a bonus worth less than the added spending. A rotating category shifts purchases into spending patterns the user would not normally prioritize. A user earns rewards consistently but loses much of the value through unused points or carried balances. Each case increases transaction activity while reducing real user benefit. So the misunderstanding is not the reward amount, it is the direction of the system. Rewards look like money coming back, but they are designed to push spending forward. At first, rewards feel like free value. You spend, you earn points, you get cash back. But over time, spending behavior starts changing underneath the reward structure. Slightly more purchases, slightly earlier purchases, slightly different priorities, repeated again and again. Now transaction volume rises, issuer revenue rises, and the probability of future balances rises with it. Meanwhile, the rewards return only a fraction of the value being generated, while the user absorbs the risk of overspending, unused rewards, and future interest costs. The reward system is not simply paying users back. It is reshaping spending behavior to increase transaction volume and issuer revenue first, then returning a smaller fraction of the value created. That is why rewards feel profitable to the user, while the system profits far more from the behavior those rewards produce.